I've chosen very intentionally with this course to focus on the freshmen, to think of it as their first year experience, their first class, the first time they may have come into any situation like this, and to really step back and remind myself how many details I need to explain to them to get them through that in the best manner possible that will hopefully, the ultimate goal is to enhance their learning.
Also procedures. There's 200 of us here. When you come in, there will be 160 students leaving this classroom. I want to talk about just some logistics of classroom procedure in a large class that will make all of us have a better learning experience.
Just the problems that can come along and the challenges that can come along with managing 200 students, just getting them in and out of the room, because you have to think about all of the logistics, all of the details. So we spend a lot of time on that, and I find that if I take the first day to really lay down procedures, to explain details, to take more time than really I would sometimes like to, it pays off in the long run because the class runs so much more smoothly and it's a very clear expectation.
There are lap boards for you to use. They're here at the front, also up at the back. There's an entrance and an exit at the back of the room, and there are lap boards outside that door. The only thing we ask is that you put those back when you're finished with them, but you can use those lap boards.
The longer that I teach with the first year student, I find I need to be more and more explicit about simple things that I wouldn't have thought about. Just very simple classroom adjustment procedures that will hopefully help their learning down the road. I find I have to spend more and more time on that than I had initially thought. But the payoff in the end, by that upfront time spent with that, is tremendous. It really enhances, I think, the experience for both them and for me.
You don't have to be there. I'm going to be supplementing what you're reading. We're going to be doing interactive exercises that you'll get points for. If you're not here, you don't get the points. It's as simple as that.
For me, it's really important to have them think through things before we actually do it. I've learned that from a backwards failure process where I've been in a mess and it's all fallen apart. So I find it's much better if I talk it through very carefully at first, and I'll have to again review it and go over it again. I usually have it also, while I'm talking about it, I have it on the PowerPoint so that they can be reading along too with specific details. But thinking through all of those details and then deciding what's the best way that this will operate for this large number of people and just getting them in and out without wasting valuable learning time.
I have a question comment box up here. At any time that you are sitting in this class and something occurs to you that you have a question about and you don't want to ask it in front of the whole group, or you have a comment, that's anonymous. That's for you to communicate with me anonymously. But that question comment box will always be here. We'll operate in this classroom on the basis of respect. I respect you. I ask that you respect me. You respect Erin and you respect Jennifer.
It's very important to me to stress this issue of respect. Respect for me, but also respect for their classmates. I've been in a situation where a student may take a risk to share something personal and the other students respond negatively. It's very clear. So I want to make it obvious from the first day that I'm going to work to respect them. I ask them to respect me, but I also ask them to respect each other because I want them to be comfortable enough to share.
But I respect people who take the risk to share and to engage in learning and to offer things. If I feel that people are laughing, making fun of, being snide, I'll address that directly so that you're safe enough to say what you need to say even though we may disagree. We want to hear diverse opinions. We want to encourage discussion around these issues.
And then there's also that idea of diversity, experiencing, learning about, and hearing very diverse opinions about things that they have very strong feelings about.